Hey guys, what's up? Happy New Year and welcome to 2024. This is our first show of the new year. That's right, man. That's right. Now, before we get into the show and my guest today, just a few updates on what is coming your way from the Goodcast Show is firstly, that's right, we're growing, we're expanding. We have another podcast under our umbrella, which will be announced soon called Satovi, which will basically deal with mental wellness and well-being. That is with my good friend Salim Satori. You would have seen him on our show very early on. And there will be a third podcast, which I will announce in February. So we're really going to be very busy podcasting the way. And we're going to have a lot of guests coming on, political people as well. Expect that. But today we have a man from America. That's right. My next guest, he is a basketball fanatic. He's won conference titles. He's won slam dunk championships in his high school days. Now, if that doesn't impress you, he served in the United States Air Force for 24 years with a diverse global roles and assignments, including a European tour, special operations, defense intelligence agency, and diplomatic assignments in the US embassies worldwide, including a year in Afghanistan. Now, if that hasn't impressed you, my dear God, you wait till you hear this. He then decided to become a logistics consultant for heads of states and world leaders. Some of these names are going to blow your mind off. So he was actually he actually worked with President Obama 3 times when he visited Malaysia, President of France, Prince Charles and Camille, King Salman of Saudi Arabia, the Emir of Qatar, and all recent pre-COVID US Secretaries of States and Defense. And now we are going to be talking about his passion project, iBallin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marcus D. Snowden, a.k.a. Snow. How are you, sir?
Wow. All that sound extremely impressive. The one thing that caught my attention is you saying Marcus D. Snowden. Nobody calls me Marcus other than my mother.
Oh, okay.
So that's incredible. In fact, if you reach out to some of my offices in the old days and ask for us to speak to Marcus, the staff will say, "Oh, he doesn't work here."
Yeah. Who's Marcus? Yeah. Now, I have to ask 2 questions just to get it off my chest. Firstly, are you related to the most popular Snowden in the world?
Again, that's why we don't use that name, actually.
Oh, because people, okay.
Yeah. No, the name Snow, my name is Snow. It's my call sign in the Air Force, my nickname growing up.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. So I was using that in countries all over the world. They know me only as Snow.
Snow.
Yeah. And just to clean something up, I'll clarify one thing. I worked with President Obama 3 times. He only visited Malaysia twice.
Exactly.
The third time was in Burma, Myanmar.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
So they flew me out there to handle that event over there.
My goodness.
That sounds. The way you read it sounds pretty impressive.
Nice. If you want any voiceover work, I'm always open for hire. There we go.
Excellent.
Nice. Now, another question I got to ask. So obviously you worked with President Obama 3 times, right? How is he like in person?
Unfortunately, I never got to meet him in person because I do logistics. So you can imagine that there's a huge moving train when he arrives on scene.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective, before Air Force One lands, about 60 airplanes land, and they push stuff out the back, cargo equipment, set it up. So it's a huge moving train, and it's a process. So
before he lands, 60 planes land.
I would. Roughly 60, maybe a bit more, a bit less.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a pretty impressive footprint.
No, he should consider light packing. Travel lightly, buddy.
Yeah. But those heads of states, those world leaders, when they come for official state visits, they have a lot of security details. Of course, they have all their requirements for transportation accommodations. And so it's a huge logistical nightmare that folks have to handle. Nice.
Yeah. So I want to get to now the main reason why you're here. Firstly, I got a big shout out to Professor Maury for connecting us. He's been connecting me to a lot of people, and one of them you, and I'm very thankful to him for connecting us. Now I want to talk about your passion project, iBallin. So what was the reason behind you starting up iBallin?
Oh, wow. So how long is this show?
Long enough for the answer.
Okay, so iBallin is my passion project. iBallin, iBallin, iBallin. It stands for International Ballin.
Okay.
The pitch is it's an international competition platform. It's designed to take local competitors from competing and play locally to win globally. Mm-hmm. So when I was a kid growing up playing basketball, those tournaments, you've seen the tournaments before where you have to play in your local community, your local contest. If you win entry into the next level contest, usually across town, across state. And if you win that, kind of put you to the bigger stage. If you win that one, then the big show, you get to go overseas for the grand finale.
Okay.
Vinod?
Vinod, yes.
How many people have you known from your hometown that's ever been on the grand stage?
Global stage.
Global stage.
Oh man, I think none.
None, right?
Yeah.
There's a particular reason for that. And that is when you win at your local level, you get an entry into the next level contest. You must pay your own way.
Okay.
The date is set. These two instances usually kills anyone's dreams of going, because I grew up poor. So I couldn't afford to go across town for a couple of days to play a sport. And also at the next level is next level competition. So you see better players. And so you typically lose at that level.
Okay.
So after I joined the military and I spent 10 years in, I realized I was having such a phenomenal time, having a wonderful experience. I wanted to do something to give back to my community. So I thought when I retired 20 years later, or 10 years later, 20 years, then I would go back to my hometown, set up a youth program just to give the youth something else to do in terms of running the streets or whatever they got going on.
Okay.
So, but I took a different path.
Okay.
And I ended up making a career out of it and ended up living in Malaysia. So then I had to figure out, how can I still give back to those communities? iBallin. So we have a contest going on now where the individuals will play online.
Okay.
Compete in the contest online.
Yep,
and
I saw that.
Yeah, you play locally, and as you win, we're going to fly you to Malaysia for the grand prize.
Okay, so fly them here for the grand prize.
Fly them here. So whoever wins the tournament, the grand prizes, they'll fly to Malaysia. If you're Malaysian, we're going to send you to the U.S.
Okay, nice.
So interchange.
Nice. And how do they access this competition? How do they get involved in it?
So it should be relatively straightforward. Find me on iBallin Official. That's at iBallin Official on all social media platforms, or you can find us at internationalballin.com website and just click join contest and get going. We have a huge thing going on right now. I'm focusing on team owners.
Team owners, okay.
Micro sponsorships, team owners, where you or the KL Podcast Studios, they can buy a team.
Okay.
125 ringgit per person entering, $5 per person, $25 per team.
Okay.
And we take your brand. We do marketing for your brand, but we pump you up as a team owner.
Okay.
Help you draft players on your team.
Okay.
And those players, as they continue in the tournament, they're representing your organization.
So is this like an actual tournament? This is a physical tournament. It's not an online one?
It's all online.
All online, okay.
Right. I had to do some, we did this. iBallin was established in 2020.
Okay.
I trademarked it, registered under my name, and we had a big event going on. We launched in January 2020.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Now, as I was going through your website, I just had this burning question. What is your end goal with this?
Everyone asks that question. And so I guess so this is all new to me. This is totally outside of my field of profession. The end goal is for me to get as many households able to travel globally as possible. Other folks ask me, are you going to build it up so you can sell it off for something else or another? But my only goal, my only passion is to help someone who's never traveled before. A win for me is that that kid, young person who's never been on an airplane before, to be on an airplane flying this way.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
Simple as that.
Because I think the term you used was competition tourism.
So one way of helping this thing get off the ground is I partner with the travel agency called Orical Travels.
Yes.
And we're launching competition tourism because everyone is telling me they need to have something that kind of makes sense to play a game in your backyard and win a trip. For what? Well, for me, it is reaching out to this to kids and communities that would never have another opportunity to travel overseas.
Okay.
Because I've been to over, I think, 30 countries now.
Yes.
And I know what it does to the individual when you broaden your horizons. So I want to give back to society this way. So I literally just want to bring as many people overseas as possible, either this way or that way, and arrange a contest in person so they can play in that contest in person.
Nice.
But primarily, I needed a vehicle that was COVID-proof, because in 2020, COVID shut us down, and this format was born. We play online.
Okay, nice.
Last year we did a singing contest last year.
Yes, iBallin, which I'm going to, iBallin, what's the title?
IBTSO, the sounds of.
The sounds of, yeah, sorry. Yeah, and which I have some questions on that as well, because that's kind of interesting. It's sports as well as arts, so it's pretty broad. Your focus is quite broad.
Yeah, so because the whole umbrella of iBallin is an international competition platform, the emphasis is literally on competition. My wife and I, she's a local Chinese educator here. We're foodies.
Okay.
So I can't wait to get to the iBallin eating contest, the chopstick eating contest, the cooking contest.
Okay.
I have a book being published in about 20 days or so.
Okay.
And we're going to get to the poetry writing contest, the storytelling contest.
My goodness.
It is a competition platform because, not everyone plays basketball, not everyone sports, and not everyone sings and dance. So we have an avenue for literally everyone.
Nice. You seem to put a great emphasis on competition. How important is having competition in one's life?
Well, you're a giant. So did you play sports? You
of course. I play a lot of sports. Yeah.
So competition from the early age sets the tone for a lot of us. Discipline, determinations, goal settings. It molds one young person's whole life.
It does.
Going forward.
It does definitely. Now you've won a conference title. You've won championships and all that. And in your website, it's quite interesting. You talk about how you had certain characteristics that actually led you to actually winning those conference titles and all that. Now, my question is, what are the key ingredients do you think an athlete should possess in order to compete at the global stage?
Wow, I don't know. The only thing I can think of from my time on this particular journey that I'm on is want.
Okay.
Because the want is the one thing that sets all of those people who do something apart from everyone else. They want to do it, whether it's to whatever level it's at. So maybe that want.
The want is more important.
The want more important.
Now, one of the things that I'm of course I love sports. I played basketball. I played football. I played badminton. I played volleyball. And everything else that I could, futsal, all sorts of sports. Maybe those you're not very familiar with, because in America it's not very popular, like soccer. You call it soccer, we call it football over here, right? Now, but growing up, of course, when you're younger, you tend to think that the key thing in sports is the physical aspect. That's the primary thing. But growing up, when I started entering competitions, I started being active when I was competing, I realized that the mental aspect, in the sense of the mental fortitude, is equally important, if not more. Yeah, it is. In the sense that, you have to be, even now, if you watch the NBA clips, you see like the late Kobe Bryant on the court, and he's just messing with people's heads. You watch the Michael Jordan documentary and you see this guy is just trying to get into everybody's heads, right? That's the thing. Boxers do that.
Right.
My question to you is, being someone who loves sports as well, you were in sports and all that, how does an athlete develop their mental fortitude?
Well, that too is a good question. And so my basketball journey took me as far as high school basketball. And the problem that I had for not going further, I signed the letter of intent to play for my junior college, but I joined the Air Force instead. But I learned that I was playing basketball just for the camaraderie of being with my friends. I shot up to 6 foot in 8th grade, 14 years old, where I got my first slam dunk. But I just like playing with my friends. So that mental fortitude and toughness that you're talking about, I didn't develop that.
Okay.
Ever for basketball. I did for slam dunking, but not for the actual sport itself. I just like to play the game. So that limited me in terms of how far I went.
Okay.
6'2". I was pretty strong, and so the coaches put me in a particular position, and so I was just working on that position.
Okay.
Not the betterment of any other aspect of my game.
6'2", you must have been what, a point guard?
Again, believe it or not, I was a power forward, sometimes a center.
Okay, a center. Okay.
I
okay.
did not.
I was a center.
I did not. I looked forward to a 6'9" guy. I destroyed 6'9" guys.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. If you were, I played against 6'10". I played against 7-footers. I can't do anything with these guys. But I had a giant sized ego. I was very strong, and I could jump. So we had some times.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So I wanted to ask you this. There's been a debate. I think last year I can't remember which American news channel it was. There was this debate on who is the greatest of all time, right?
Yeah.
Of course, basketball. Yeah. So the debate is who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Who's better?
Who's better? So who's better? It really depends upon who you're asking, how old they are. The short answer is obviously Michael Jordan.
Okay.
But let me give you the reason why that is. LeBron James has shattered a lot of the records, and he's fantastic. And
he's very powerful, though.
He is. But unfortunately, I went away from basketball in terms of watching him being involved in the game when LeBron came onto the scene. I'm an old guy. Okay. But I do understand how amazing he is. So there's two things to be said. One, the great of anything, the way you can really measure this comment, because it's very subjective, right?
It is.
So, but you take 100 or 1,000 people, whatever you want to use the slice of, and take the very best of that profession, whether it's a musician, whether it's a dancer, whether it's a athlete. Ask the top 100 that same question secretly, have them record it down, and then have them all turn in the answer, and then you will see who is the greatest in the eyes of the greatest. Right? You and we will never know how great these players are,
because we're not playing with them.
Not playing with them.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if a Kobe Bryant, who's obviously one of the greatest players of all times, right? Hey, Kobe, who's the greatest player you've ever played against? I mean, who can you not beat? So you ask all these guys this question, and it's a resounding Michael Jordan. That's one thing. The next thing is, King James has done some great things for the league. You can argue that the NBA, for marketing status and other things, you can argue that the NBA is Michael Jordan. The whole NBA is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I guess because he's the one that they saw. It was on his back that he sort of grew, right? During that time,
it was all branded upon him.
Yeah, Nike and all that.
You have children?
Yeah, I do.
How old are they?
One.
So when your 1-year-old daughter, when your 1-year-old daughter can speak, and she sees the jump symbol, she's going to say Jordan.
Yeah, she's going to say Jordan.
Right?
Yeah.
The whole world sees this symbol. That's Jordan, and that symbol is synonymous with Nike, which is synonymous with NBA.
Okay.
So, and also Jordan, the way he played, I grew up in that era where it was a smash mouth basketball game. It was a very physical game.
Oh yeah, this was the time of was it the Detroit Pistons?
Detroit Pistons
when Pippen was there. Yeah.
Detroit Pistons, New York Knicks, San Antonio Spurs, the mailman. This was a brutal game.
The mailman,
right? It's a brutal game. Yeah. And so you go back and you watch those footages. Now there's not as much finessing and things like that, because when you came into the paint, you're getting checked hard. And that lasted all season long. It wasn't just during certain times of the playoffs or whatever. It was all season long. So they changed those. I didn't realize they changed some of those rules.
Okay.
Where you can't be so physical. And with all fairness, it made the game more exciting because there's more points, there's more flashes.
Yeah.
So I give NBA that. But because of Mike during those times, they changed some of those rules.
It's interesting, and since you're a basketball fan as well, and I wouldn't say I'm a huge basketball fan, but I do. I've watched over here. I'm more of the Malaysian sports. It's always soccer, badminton. That's our main sports, right? Now, what do you think? Do you think that the previous game style, like the very competitive, very high energy, very in your face kind of style, is that better or worse than the current 3-pointer game, which we see going on where because for me back in the day, like you had people like Vince Carter, you had people like Kobe Bryant.
Right.
They weren't just players; they were showmen.
Right. Yes.
So they entertained. It's like that scene from Gladiator. Are you entertained? It's exactly like that.
Yes.
Whereas now it's the 3-pointer game. Stephen Curry from far shoots, and everyone's like, so amazing. But I miss Vince Carter. I miss Kobe Bryant. I miss these guys. So which one do you think is better?
I would have to say that it's probably better now.
Now,
Better now, because the long shot, it did open up the lane so that some of those things can still happen. So you still have the showmen that are out there doing these things. The one thing to pay attention to is that because you have so many guys that can get up there like that now on every team, it's no longer the Vince Carters or these onesie-twosies who's doing these incredible high-flying acrobatic dunks, because almost everyone is. But I tell you what, guys, try the iBallin Around the World Challenge. It's a shooting contest.
I saw that.
10 spots, 10 shot, 10 points. It's going to change your perspective of how shooters are, because I would ask you, I'd almost challenge you. How many shots could you make out of 10 today?
I think 0.
Right.
Back in the day, even when I was playing, I was more of a center, so and training wasn't on shooting; it was more on guarding.
Sure. The spots are right hand layup. Right side layup, left side layup, left side wing jump shot, free throw, right side wing jump shot. Very close. And then the 5 spots are on the 3-point line.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So people, even good basketball players now, they're thinking that this is a BS game. It's a simple game. But in the NBA playoffs, the All-Star game, All-Star weekend, the 3-point shooting contest, that's a fan favorite. There's 5 basketball racks. There's 5 balls in each rack.
Yep,
that's 25 shots. So as a shooter, you know that when you take your first shot, if you're off, you make that next adjustment and you shoot, and then now you're locked in. So you can rattle off 15, 16 points out of 25, kind of no problem for a good shooter.
Okay.
My contest is 1 spot, 1 shot.
Okay.
So you have to make that shot.
Okay.
So,
but I saw on your website you have like you have a number of faces who are now like sort of like the top in that specific category.
Yeah. So we're opening up to this contest is for all ages, all sexes, males, females, all age categories. So we're going to track the best of the age category for our weekly challenge. A weekly challenge was free. Anybody can take the challenge and just post, tell us your name, tell us where you're from, and tell us where do you ball. My name is Snow. I'm from Joliet, Illinois. I ball in Kuala Lumpur. I take my shots. I post tag and I follow iBallin Official on any of my social media platforms. Then from there, the iBallin staff will take it and see who's got the highest score for the week. Whoever got the highest score for the week, they get the prize. And last month we were running 100 ringgit cash prizes.
Okay.
$20 cash prizes. And this kid out of Nigeria, shout out to Ibikule Michael Uluwatusin. It took me a while to say his name. Yeah, a teenager out of Lagos, Nigeria. He's been killing it, and he's up to on my leaderboard that page you're talking about. Picture, yeah. He's up to $120 now just by taking these shots.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. So anyone can join. Any age, anyone can join.
Any age, anyone can join. If you scroll through on that landing page on internationalballin.com, we have a leaderboard landing page. You scroll down, you see some faces out of Malaysia. You see some faces out of Lagos, Nigeria, and then you see a face for the 50-plus-year-olds. We have categories for best male, female, adults, best 13 to 18-year-olds. Okay. The best under 12s. Okay. And the best 50-plus male, females. Yeah, I saw that. So explain this to me. So basically all I have to do is I have to go to a court near me, right? And I got to take shots. It's literally that simple. If there's a basketball court across the street,
Okay.
you got a basketball in the trunk of your car.
Okay.
Get your friend to record you.
Okay.
My name is Vinod. Where are you from?
KL.
I'm from KL.
Okay.
And where do you ball? What town is this?
Damansara Damai.
My name is Vinod. I'm from KL. I ball in Damansara Damai. I want to know the basketball court that you're at.
Okay.
And then you take the 10 shots.
Okay.
Then you take that feed, you post, tag, and follow iBallin Official. You're in the contest.
That's it.
That's it.
And if I win that week, I get $100.
Ring it. Don't try that.
Oh, come on.
Don't try that.
For a while, I was so excited.
try
I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to catch this guy.
But here's the thing. Every month, we're running the main tournament. So earlier, before I was saying for you to sponsor a team, sponsor your 5 players or whoever you want to bring onto your team. And in the exact same tournament, the exact same format, that winner will win $200.
Okay, hold on. Okay, this is busting my mind because it can't be that simple.
Okay.
So wait, hold on. So I sponsor a few guys. Say I sponsor 5 guys, right?
Yeah, you buy a team.
Buy a team. So you market my brand on. I'm guessing their jersey or their clothes.
The Good Cast team.
Okay.
Okay. The Good Cast team.
Okay.
5 players. We market them on our social media pages,
Okay.
on our websites, and we do shouts out on the things like this. And those 5 players get a line in the tournament knockout bracket.
Okay.
Okay, under your umbrella.
Okay.
And as your player advances, we shout out your team.
Okay.
We shout out your brand.
And that means each of them will have to do the whole shooting at their courts, but then you basically compile their scores. Is that?
My contests are all individual-based contests.
Okay.
So only one person is going to win the grand prize. Only one person is going to win the money.
Okay.
Or the prize or the trip.
Okay.
That's just for one. We'll get to a whole team concept. But for now, to make it sustainable, we're doing just an individual winner. I can't fly a whole team around the world.
Okay.
On that dime. We will get there. But for now, it's just fun for individuals. It's fun for individual team owners.
Okay.
For team owners, we're doing something different just as well.
Okay.
So your team versus my team versus his team and her team. And then there's some other incentives that's going to come up for that.
So how's your leaderboard looking like for people between 30 and 40? What's it like? Do you have a lot of participants? Because if you're not, I'm going to find a basketball court and I'm going to go now. Let's stop this interview. Let's earn some money.
No, that's great. So that's one of the reasons why I'm coming out, because I don't do this sort of thing. This is not my bread and butter, or it wasn't before. Before it was other stuff you read.
Yeah.
Now, if you can believe it or not, all the things you mentioned at the top of this reel, I don't care anything about this.
Okay.
All I care about is this passion right here of doing this and trying to figure this thing out. As a brand new entrepreneur, I am like a fish out of water.
Okay.
So I didn't get the message right, and people are not understanding how easy it is. They said, "What's the catch?" Everyone thinks there's something behind it.
Yeah, because it's too easy to. It's,
you know how hard it was for me to walk into a basketball court here and give 100 ringgit. Hey, you want to win 100 ringgit? No, just take these shots right now. Win 100 ringgit. They won't do it.
They won't do it.
They won't do it because who just walks into a basketball court and give 100 ringgit? There's a scam. This is a scam. This black man from America is walking on my court.
Yeah.
No. Something's not right. Something's not right.
Yeah.
But so I just keep going out on my social media channel saying, listen, guys, these guys are winning.
Okay, so hold on. I think I have to cut this part and really, because I think I want everyone to win, right? Everyone's entering the new year. They want to make more money, and this seems really simple. So let me just recap it, right? So what you do is you basically sign up on your website. Is there any sign up process?
Okay, so I wasn't going to open up the weekly challenge free for a while, but because you're showing some interest, I'll let you and your audience know right now that starting next week, we're gonna rerun the free weekly challenge.
Starting from next week.
So
I have a few days to now warm up and get the juices flowing.
I would say don't even wait to warm up. It's just as simple as this. You're going somewhere. This is where you're going. All you do is walk out to your favorite basketball court, get your favorite buddy or girlfriend to record you and tell me what's your name, where you're from, and where do you ball. My name is Snow. I'm from Joliet, and I ball in Kota Damansara. And I take these 10 shots.
Okay.
Then I take that video, I post tag, follow iBallin official. You're in.
Okay.
You're in the weekly challenge.
Weekly challenge. So the weekly challenge, what is the goal? The goal is to make the most shots.
Whoever makes the most shots.
And from anywhere in the court.
There's 10 spots.
10 spots. Okay.
Right side, left side layup.
Okay.
Right side, left side wing jump shot.
Okay.
Free throw. It's the 10 spots. It's the 10 shots that you shoot all the time, and then 5 spots around the 3-point line.
Okay. Oh yeah. I used to play that sort of training thing in school.
That game is called Around the World.
Yes.
When we were kids, it was called Around the World. So we played from the boxes. You shoot at the one box, tip over.
Yeah.
So this is a little variation of it, which is right, left side layup, box, top box, wing shots, free throw. That's 5.
Okay.
You better make those 3 or 4 of those because then you get the 3-pointers to deal with.
Okay. So if after every week you will tabulate the number of throws, the shots I've made.
Yep.
And then how do you pay me my money? Give me my money, man.
It's straightforward. That's straightforward. Yeah. So for adults, we just bank into your account. But for kids, I'll tell you, for juniors, don't give me your bank accounts. We're not asking for your bank accounts. We're not asking for any of that. We have to talk to your parents, and we transfer to parents. The kid in Nigeria, I find a way to transfer $20 to his mother.
Okay.
And they're very, very, very thankful.
Obviously,
it's a lot of fun.
You're like Santa Claus of basketball.
Again, this is my passion project.
Okay.
It's really fun to do this because the kid Michael, I got to say his name, Ibikule Michael Uluwatusin. I like saying it. Ibikule Michael Uluwatusin. Yeah. So Ibikule, he is now one champion. He's waiting for us to qualify one more winner. These 2 people are going to compete at the end of January for the big prize, which is first place, $200 US, 1,700, 800 ringgit. Second place is $100 US. First place, he gets a seat in the grand finals, he or she, and they are playing for the overseas trip, all expenses paid.
Okay.
It's a big deal, but people are not registering.
So what's the whole response been like?
The response, when I walk into the court, I get lots of people want to try on the court. They're too shy to enter the tournament.
Okay.
So the response in terms of entering the tournament is lacking. We had a group out of Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. Only one guy scored perfect 10.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's been 7 8s and a bunch of 6s and 5s.
Okay.
But the idea is for you to just challenge yourself, and you can do it every week.
Okay.
You can shoot and post tomorrow, and if you don't do well, you can run it back and shoot and post 2 minutes later.
Okay, of course. So you can just cut it and
No, cut it.
Don't cut it.
We want to see. Unfortunately, we live in a world now we have to be perfect, right? Stop trying to be perfect. Post your score, because if you come up with a 9-point run and you post it, and then in the tournament you scored 3, then we know what that 9 was.
Okay.
That 9 was 1,000 attempts.
Okay.
Right. And we have some other ways to kind of QC that. Also.
Okay. I mean, I had a bunch of questions, but since you said I can make money easily, I said screw these questions. Let's talk about this. No. So the way you calculate the points is if I go on the court and I say I shoot 20 shots.
What do you mean?
If I make 20 shots, right? Is it 10 is the maximum at every goal?
Yeah, the contest in the game is 10 spots, 10 shots, 10 points. That's it. Yeah, so it's best out of 10.
Best out of 10.
Yeah, so you go out again. The you know how you can liken it. You can liken it to, remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yep.
There it is.
Okay.
So you go out, you take the challenge, the iBallin Around the World challenge, and then you call your friends out to join you and take the challenge.
Okay.
And try to beat your friends.
So I only can do 10 shots every week? Or can I do multiple 10 shots every week?
No, one kid posted 5 times.
A day?
One day, yeah.
Wow.
Was it 5 times in one day?
Smart kid.
So yeah.
That was my strategy.
You just keep, and we're only going to record your highest round for the week contest.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you don't add the shot. So
we're going to start to do some accumulative things later on.
Yeah, okay.
Right now, we just try to get the community to come out to take the shots. And this is anyone. My 72-year-old mother who was going through cancer last year. We got her onto the court last year. She is on the leaderboard as one of my props for the 50 plus females.
Okay.
That's my mother with her.
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So 3 days after that, she did her challenge. 3 days after, we got a great response from the doctor that we can't find the cancer.
Wow.
Yeah. But she wasn't very strong. She was still pretty weak. But it was just proven that anyone can do this.
Okay.
I'm fat. I'm out of shape. I can't run it up and down the court anymore.
Okay.
I can still shoot.
Okay. All right.
My highest was 8 points, and I scored that over in Kuala Dugun.
Okay. Kuala Dugun. Yes.
Over there. And this past June, my wife and I, we went to every state on the peninsula and federal territories just promoting this. So I get to see the community, and I had a good time.
So what's the response been like? Like, how many signups have you got? I mean, how many videos have been posted so far?
We have a lot of videos posting, but the response is nowhere near what I would like to see it, which is why I'm broken out of my shell to come out to ask the community, listen, you should try this sport out, because it's first off, it's fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's challenging, but I realized that some communities, if they can't win, they don't want to play. Okay, that's fair. So we'll just leave this 100 ringgit for somebody else. And that's okay. But when their friend tries it, well, then they go. I have no doubt that after this show, when you go out, you post, then we're going to get one team registered. Go out, register your team. Go to the website, internationalballin.com, go to sponsors. You see Give Back to your community. Just click Give Back. You register, you pay your $25 for the U.S. markets or everywhere else, 125 ringgit for the Malaysian market, and then register. I'll reach out to you. I'll get the details from your brand or your team, whatever you want, and then I'll help you do drafts of putting players on your team if you want. We want you to this is for you to get back to your community. It's just to get back to your community. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's for all of us in these positions where we can give back to some disenfranchised group or our office or the hospital ward, whatever. If there are basketball players amongst your field back in the day or whatever, then when you register, you're going to get 5 tickets to enter the tournament. Give a ticket to someone.
Okay.
Let them register. All they do is post, tag, and follow.
Okay.
Tell me your name, where you're from, where you ball. That's it.
Okay.
And now you're in the tournament for the Good Cast Show, the Kale Podcast Studio, whatever the sponsor team owner is.
So then I just have more questions. This has completely derailed this interview. No. So say for example, I shoot 10 or whatever. I shoot a number out of the 10 every week. And okay, so 2 questions here. Firstly is I shoot 10 and somebody else will shoot 10. Who's the winner?
Highest score first to post.
First to post. Okay, that's interesting.
That way you can't sandbag. You can't sit back and see who's doing what, see who's scoring what, and then post yours. Highest score first to post is the one who's typically going to get the cash. That is the standard.
Okay.
We may do something where we have the 2 players meet in person and play
one-on-one.
It's always best to do that. So if logistically, if I can make that happen as much as possible, we're going to have you meet in one place. Someone told me, Mari suggested to me that I should do a what's it called, Meetup? Is it one of these programs called Meetup?
What is that?
Meetup.
Oh, Meetup. Yes.
I should put a Meetup that every week we go play in person here to just be part of it. I find that when I go out, my wife and I, we go out in person on the road and we do the little the sign that says 100 ringgit for the iBallin World Challenge. Community involvement happens there.
Okay.
But just my social media presence is I'm working on it.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. You got to start somewhere. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So my next question is, say if I'm the winner, I make the most points, and I'm first to post in 4 weeks in a month. Do I win 400?
Michael, if you were here, I will let you answer that question. Ibikule Michael Ulutusan, he won first week, he won. Second week, he won. Third week, he won. Fourth week in a row.
Okay.
He lost the fifth week, but he came back with a vengeance and won the sixth. And I think the sixth week. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So I put something out because on our first tournament, we had like 24 people registered to play.
Okay.
And all we needed was for 2 people to post to win $200 or $100. Nobody posted. My wife, we went out and I recorded, I think, a dozen people taking the challenge. Some of them asked me, can I post for them?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the contest. The contest is post, tag, and follow to enter the contest.
All right. So that means that if I'm the first to post on that week, that I hit 10 points, or any try that the highest points of the week.
10 points is high.
High.
Yeah.
So the highest is 10, right?
10 points is the highest from last year. Yes.
Okay.
No one scored 10 except for one person. He was Andrew Curran out of Iowa College, I think.
Yeah. So that means the highest score, first to post in every week, wins 100 ringgit.
Bingo.
There we go. Okay, guys.
But that doesn't.
I'm leaving. See you. You can continue on this interview.
The highest in every age category, they get on the leaderboard.
Okay.
Collectively, the highest individual to post, the highest first to post gets the cash prize. So we'll run it back. We'll start it up again next week. So you heard it here on the Good Cash Show.
Sure. Okay.
So
when does the week start?
Good question. We're going to do it on Sunday.
So Sunday is the first day of the week.
We're going to do it on Sunday, Malaysia time. We did it last time in New York, and I kept getting that kind of messed up because they fell forward their time frames.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it on Sundays, kicking off here in Malaysia. I'll come up with the time, and then it's going to run until Saturday.
All right, guys. So you hear it. You've heard it here first, right? So it's simple. Let me try to recap this because we've been talking a lot about this. You'll see me on basketball courts around the country.
Yes.
I have a state. Now, so if you are basically go out on to your nearest basketball court, the court that you love, right? Try 10 shots from 10 different spots, which is 2 layups, left, right layup, 3-pointer line. There's 5 shots, and then the free throw line.
Yes.
All right. So from any of these shots, any of these spots, make your shots and post your video on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well.
On all the social media platforms. Whatever your social media platform is, post it there.
All right. And then you tag iBallin official, right? iBallin official, OFF.
CIAL.
I'm embarrassing my country. What
No,
the hell, man?
you listen. It happens when you talk about iBallin, you get excited.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I can earn money. So
Yes.
and post it. And if you are the first to post with the highest score of that week, you win 100 ringgit banked in straight to your account. And if you're a minor, then it gets sent to your parents. And follow them because they might take your money. Anyway, I'm joking. No, they won't. They'll give it to you. But anyway, if you win 100 ringgit, and every week is like that, so you have potential of winning 400 ringgit every month. Is that true?
That's true, and it's one more thing to add to it. If you are the weekly winner, you get a free entry into the tournament.
Yes. And if you win the tournament, then you get a trip to the US.
This round is $200 cash prize, and it is a seat in the finals.
See in the finals, my goodness.
For the overseas trip.
This is why basketball is
wild.
so...
It's wild.
Man, this is crazy. You know what? I am definitely going to give this a shot. I mean, this is so simple. I mean...
It's simple. It's so simple, but I'll just warn you, and you're going to realize this when you first get started. Pay attention to your layups.
Okay.
I've posted numbers of rounds where I made one shot.
Layup.
No. There's 10
spots,
shots.
Yeah.
I've had multiple rounds where I only scored one.
Okay. Now, so that's another question I have. My goodness, this entire thing is just been about iBallin. I had like philosophical questions here. Forget that.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come with that,
Yes.
later. Whatever, man.
You see why all the important stuff you read at the top of the screen, at the top of the set, means nothing to me. It's all about iBallin. This is my passion. This is it, man.
But come on, man, this is amazing. You went the defense intelligence. You're like Jason Bourne.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so wait, what was my question? Man, I lost train of thought. This is crazy. So so you have so many age categories, right? So the ones that are the most popular among people out there, which one is it?
The teenagers, the high schoolers.
High schoolers, okay.
The high schoolers seems to be out there kind of doing it more. But I think that's only because I didn't get the message out to the adults, because the adults are the ones that's going to actually win.
Okay.
And, just better shooters at the end of the day. I'm underselling it for a particular reason, because I want to show that you don't have to be a great basketball player to be in the finals and have a chance to win the whole thing. Michael out of Lagos, Nigeria, his last round, he scored 4. He won 100 ringgit. He's in the finals.
Okay.
He scored 4. He's in the finals.
Okay.
That's the competition. So not for nothing, I think he scored 7 before. He scored 6 a few different times. The 7 didn't count. He took some different shots.
Okay.
But it's for anyone. At any given day, anyone can win this game, because you realize as a shooter, you're gonna have a good day, you're gonna have a bad day, off day. So if you and I are on the tournament bracket, well, first off, I have to show up in order to beat you, and if I don't show up, you advance.
Exactly.
Right. But if I show up and I'm good for 5, I go on the record right now, I'm good for 5. I've scored 4 and 3 many times, but I've also scored 6, and I scored 8 one time. Twice. It doesn't matter. But the point is that when it comes down to it, it's really anybody's game.
It is.
So that's what's going to make it very exciting. And for team owners, we're switching gears to, I'm going to reach out to get people to register their teams. And for the teams, my travel agencies, we're going to do something special for the team owner, like maybe a staycation. If your player wins the finals, then we might give the owner
a staycation. Where? Yeah. Where's the staycation?
It's gonna be local.
Local.
Yeah.
I was hoping like the Maldives or something.
if the team owner is out of the Maldives, it will be in the Maldives.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, so I have one last question about this. So when I shoot, right? So you have 5 spots on the 3-pointer line, correct?
The 5 spots, yeah.
5 spots. So that will be, and they all must be jump shots.
I don't understand.
They must be jump shots. Because that's what
you want to do it underhand. You can do it
any way you can. But there's those 5 spots, right?
Yeah, 5 spots.
And then you have layups. So that's 2 on each side, and then you have then you have the free throw. So that's 8 spots.
The tag is 10 spots, 10 shots, 10 points. What's your score? Right, left side layup. It could be any hand. It doesn't have to be a right, left side layup. That's 2. Right, left side wing jump shots.
Okay.
That's 4. Free throw. That's 5.
Okay.
5 spots around the 3-point line.
Oh,
that's 10.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so it's so you're not the first. Everyone just overthinks it, because it is really that simple. Right side layup, left side jump shot, free throw, right side jump shot, short.
And then the 5 spots.
5 spots around the 3-point line.
So
but you can do it in any order, whichever order you want. If you don't have a rebounder, I encourage you to get a rebounder, because I chase the ball all over the court when I shoot. But have a rebounder. And if you don't have a rebounder and you take the right side jump shot and it goes long, then take the 3-pointer. Just get all 10 shots in.
Right. So I'll get my wife in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do some work, girl.
Yeah.
All right. So now, while you're saying all of this, it sounds really nice. It sounds, amazing, right? You're giving away money to people because you want. Basically, it sounds like you want them to come out of their slumber and go to basketball courts, have a healthy lifestyle, and all that. Is that why you're doing it?
I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it for one reason only, and it is that. It is, my goal is to give someone who doesn't have an opportunity to travel overseas that opportunity. That's the only reason why I'm doing it.
Okay.
From being in the U.S., some of the stereotypes are that Americans don't travel, they don't have passports, the geography is terrible. But we do get locked into what our system. Growing up relatively poor in a kind of a tough neighborhood, everyone's on a cycle. every household is on a particular cycle. There's a good chance that you're going to do whatever your older brother did, whatever your father did, whatever your grandfather did. That's you're going to be in that trade. And so in some societies, if your uncle, if your brothers, if your father were a drug dealer, a gangbanger, or whatever, there's a good chance that you might fall in those lines. But we also know that if you give someone an opportunity to break that particular cycle, to see something different, it can change the whole trajectory of their life. And so I grew up in this society. Sports was the only opportunity for me to come out of. For guys like grew up like me, the only opportunities outside of that city or that town is sports, drugs, gangs, prison, death. And so I want to give an opportunity to where someone can have they can think that there's more to it than just whatever they're in, and there is a vehicle for them to come overseas, even if they don't know it yet or not.
Yeah.
Play locally, win globally.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
But is there like a pool of money that you're limiting this to? Because if this catches fire, right, and everyone starts shooting, and you have to, I mean,
I'm putting a limit on each tournament initially at 1,000 participants, 1,024 for a tournament bracket. At that stage, and this round is considered to be a bronze level round. This is the amateur round, right? So this is for everyone who can't compete against the Steph Currys. When I'm going to raise the entry fees when I'm trying to target these better players, because we will find the best shooter in the world, and we will give someone who is a no-name from Aurora, Illinois, which is one of the towns next to mine, a chance to compete against the best shooter in the world.
Okay, I get you.
And this sport, this game, again, anybody can win. Shooters know. I suspect that a great shooter is going to say, "Wait, only get one shot." I don't want to. I want to compete. It might damage my brand if I lose to a no-name. But in the course of good fun, camaraderie, and sportsmanship, we will get those great players just to take the challenge and see how well they do. Because it's one shot. Of course, the layups, those are gimmies. The wing shots and the free throw, you should knock those down. But then the first shot at every spot around the 3-point line,
That's tough.
That's going to be tough, even for the best shooters.
Okay.
And then the best shooter might hit 10, 10, 10, but at some point they're going to get 7 or 8. And at that round, I might catch fire and get 9.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, the best shooter's out, and I'm going forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I did this because I can't play basketball anymore, and I want to compete, and I want to win.
That's nice. That's a very nice thing to say. Okay, so let's talk a bit about iBallin the sounds of. So what's that contest all about?
Oh, so I decided to do these contests for things that I can't do. Right.
Okay.
So I can't sing. I'm a terrible, terrible singer. So because I'm a terrible singer, I said, well, you can't sing, then you start a contest. And so I started the iBallin around the iBallin the TSO, the Sounds Of. And we did that last year. And I did that going back and forth between helping my mom battle cancer.
Okay.
And so it didn't get the legs that we wanted it to get, but nevertheless, we got to the point where Ashira and Aziz, I'm gonna link to you guys later on. Beautiful voices that Ashira won. She won the silver package. She won bronze one time. She won a silver contest, which is a studio package. And so she got to record in a studio,
nice,
as a prize.
Okay.
She had my music producer. Shout out to Debbie over at Gin Tonis's music production. She made the voice sound amazing.
Okay.
So again, this is just my passion of giving back to communities.
Okay.
And so all that was with the exact same thing as the format on all my contests are the same. Every week, we had some judges judge those, and I had a small sponsor that come on that paid the small sponsorship, and they were allowed to be a judge, or they're allowed to pick whoever they like as a sponsor, the sponsor selection.
Okay.
And we had some singers that were a bit questionable. You know who you are. But I'm terrible. But if you check the feed, you will see my performance on there.
All right, I'm going to check it out.
Because I'm setting the stage where every contest I set up, I'm not just a president, I'm also a participant.
Okay, fair enough. So let's just end this on the focus of iBallin, because that's pretty interesting.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and let's recap one last time, okay? Because I have to say, I'm going to try this. So there's no participation fee, nothing. I just shoot, tag, and if I'm the highest that week, I win.
There is an entry fee of 25 ringgit to enter the tournament. If you want to enter the tournament and in the month for a chance to go after the big money, then just go on the website and register to join the contest and pay your entry fee, $5 US or 25 ringgit. And then you're in a tournament slot.
Okay.
But do take the weekly challenge. The weekly challenge is free.
And you can win 100 ringgit weekly challenge. All you got to do, and let me see if I can get this right, so that I know the rules that I can bend to my need. So go to your favorite basketball court. There's 10 spots. What are the spots?
Yeah, 10 spots. Right side layup, left side jump shot, free throw, right side jump shot. And then 5 spots around the 3-point line. And if you follow us on iBallin Official, you'll see the spots every time, and you can see the other guys taking the shots. So you'll know what spots. But it's literally right, left side layup, right, left side jump shot, free throw, 5 spots around the 3-point line.
All right.
I'll post a diagram tomorrow.
So make those 10 shots, right? Try those 10 shots out, and the best round of 10, the earliest posted on that week, wins 100 ringgit.
Yes. I will tell you one thing, guys. When you take the challenge and you score 3, 4, 5, post and tag it anyway. There's something's coming down the pipe, but just post and tag. Don't worry about what's your score, and then your highest score will be counted towards the contest, the weekly contest.
All right, there we go. So I'm going to give this a try. I don't know where I'm going to find the time between work and hitting the basketball court. My wife's going to lose it. She said, "What are you doing? You're having a podcast and you're going to the court."
I've played like this.
There we go.
I played like, just give me the ball, shoot. Yes, you can. If you want to do it, you can do it.
You can do it. If you want to do it, you can do it. That's the way we're going to end tonight. So please check out iBallin Official, all their social media pages. Now post your videos, tag them, and the admin will get in touch with you. And you will stand a chance to win 100 ringgit for the best of your 10 shots that you can possibly make. And walk away a winner. This is really nice. Thank you for doing this.
And you can thank the Good Cash Show host for this, because I was not going to rerun the free weekly contest. So we're going to change some things on the website. We're going to rerun it for free the weekly challenge. And then next month we'll start the other thing. So this month will probably be the last chance you have to play free money for 100 ringgit.
There we go, guys. This is the last week. Last month. You get the free entry and you stand a chance to win 100 ringgit. It's that great.
Yeah.
Actually, life's great. Thanks, man. Start your 2024 with 100 ringgit just by shooting shots at a basketball court. Thank you so much. Now, before we end, I always give a chance to my guests to say this. Any closing words to the world out there who's going to participate in the iBallin contest?
Oh, wow. No parting words. Just if you can, we're trying to grow the community. It's called the IBC, the iBallin community. So if you like what we're doing, please just follow us. Give us a follow. Give us a like. And if you would like to have your own team and have your own brand represented in the contest into this month, then go ahead to the website internationalballin.com and click that give back button to give back to your communities and get your team going.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Give back to your community. And so there we go, guys. This has been a very unique conversation I've had, because we got really derailed by the fact that you could win $100 just by shooting shots at your favorite basketball court behind your house. But anyway, thank you so much, Snow, for coming on. Really appreciate it, taking the time, and a very short notice as well. You came on with me. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Yeah.
Can I just say, Vinod, my friend Maury introduced me to your content. And I gotta say, I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
It's
Man.
it's actually fantastic. So,
Thank you so much.
so I'm launching the podcast soon. So I'm gonna try to mimic some of the stuff that you're doing. You're doing fantastic.
You're going to start one soon.
I actually started one, but again, this thing right here that I'm doing is not my thing. It's not what I do. So I'm really right now. I'm extremely nervous.
Oh, really? Why is okay?
Cameras,
You don't look it though.
Everyone says that, and I think that's great. But inside, train wreck. Train wreck.
Okay.
So I've been watching you. I've been watching Mari, and I've been taking some little bits and pieces here. So again, I love to do it, and I'm honored to actually be on your show. So
Thanks, man. It's an honor to have you. I mean, I saw your CV and I said, my goodness, this guy has just done so many things, and now you're doing this amazing thing, iBallin. So get your butts off your couches, go to your basketball courts, and join iBallin and stand a chance to win 100 ringgit in their weekly contest. This is the last month where there's no participation fee. It's completely free to join. It's just you and your effort. Go to the court, shoot, post, tag iBallin official, and you may win 100 ringgit. Thank you so much, Snow. Thank you, guys. As always, subscribe, follow, share, comment, like, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.